we've come along to Dunstan in Gateshead now to visit the racing lofts of Brian Pearson, twice winner of first loft combine from Lil Ayres.
Good morning, Brian.
Morning, Keith.
What strains of pigeons do you keep?
Base strains I use here are Bushard and Smith Van Winkle.
Yeah, the Bushards are pretty good at a distance, are they?
Well, for me they have been. I like to think so. And certainly the Up North Classic combine races, I think the last 20 years they've been a phenomenal base for a lot of lofts up to 500 mile on the day racing, second to none really.
Yeah. What sort of distance do you like racing?
Well, I have a preference for middle to long distance. 250 to 400 is probably where I enjoy the racing. You know.
Yeah, what's one or two of your best performances?
92 has just probably been the best performance, where I was fortunate enough to win the combine from Lillis. It's 349 miles, and I think there was 18,968 birds competing that day.
Incredible, yeah.
And well, the feeling I got that day from that, if I never do anything else in pigeons again, then you know, that particular day, they were held over one day. It was with a widowhood hen actually, and I stopped her. Whether that's been the right decision or not, I don't know. She never raced again after that, but there's one or two coming through her now, so I would never forgive myself if I'd lost that pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else have you won?
Well, I followed it up. I was fortunate enough last year from exactly the same race point. The first Lillis race, it's a combine's first channel race in '95 last year, with another win, and there was 21,500 birds competing on that day, and so that really was the icing on the cake. So
absolutely incredible, mate.
2 wins from the same race point. I consider myself very fortunate.
Yeah, congratulations, Brian. Fantastic.
Well, yeah.
This shot is of Brian's 2 combine winners, which are now paired together in the stock loft. What a pair of pigeons. 2 first open Up North combine winners.
Yeah, this is the cock which won the combine last year from the first Lillis race, and breeding. The sire is a Smith Van Winkle that I bought from Brian Claiborne a few years ago. Funny enough, I bought it the week after the first combine win, and the dam was bred by Frank Pearson and Philip Dransfield of Barnsley, of Bushard origin. She's very, very inbred, and she's a direct daughter of the sire of their loft, and I believe everything that way bred, wherever they've gone, have been fantastic breeders. And certainly for me, this pair, you know, they've bred good pigeons. They certainly complement each other.
Yeah, what system was this pigeon raced on?
He was racing pure widowhood last year, Keith. He had one race actually as a youngster. He was my last ring that I used, so I was pretty fortunate to have him. And funny enough, he was quite small. He still handles. I mean, he'll handle sort of small to medium. But there was just something about him. There's something in the character of these pigeons, and I kept a hold of him, and he's repaid us back.
Absolutely brilliant.
So again, a dream come true with him.
Yeah. How many pigeons was there in the combine when he won?
I think that day, I believe there was 21,389 on that.
Absolutely incredible. How long have you been in the sport then, Brian?
I've had pigeons since I was that high, but I've been racing now for, it must be 18 years now.
Yeah. Have you always had the same strains of pigeons?
No, I think like everybody else, I started up with bits and bob or whatever was fashionable at the time, and if I could afford them or not. And it's probably been this last 7-8 years where I've settled on what we've got now, the Bushard Van Winkle cross, first cross.
You've got a very unusual setting for your pigeon loft here next to the railways, does it? Bother the pigeons?
Not usually. There has been occasions where if a train's come through the bridge and we're unlucky enough to have them coming off the race, you know, they'll miss 2 or 3 times until the train's passed.
You race Woodwood then, Brian, but it's your own idea of Woodwood, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Keith. This is the section for the widowhood cocks. I know it doesn't look very palatial, but it's functional for me. I'm trying to change it because the health of the pigeons is always perfect in here. It's one of the reasons I've left these boxes in. And what I've done, rather than change the boxes when I decided to fly Old Widowhood, I've altered these boxes to suit. It was a trial at first, it seems to work. And what I do, rather than change them to the conventional Widowhood box, the cock's actually on the front through the week. And on a Friday evening, I would have a board on here which I remove, like so. And what I find is, the cock will dive straight into there, and I just shoot that, and I'll leave him for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I find the advantage with this is I'm not disturbing the nest. When I split the hens from the cocks at the start of the season, I like to leave the nest. The cocks don't pull a youngster.
No, so
So
the
they
original
build a
nest.
nice big nest. Usually
Yeah.
the nests are so big, and
Yeah.
I'll take the hens away. I'll leave them sitting a few days till they chuck the eggs. Then I take the eggs out and I leave the nest. Then the board goes up, like so, and that board stops there all through the week. I feed the cocks in the boxes via the pot, and basically that's the system. I don't excite them too much here.
So you raise the cocks and the hens in, Brian?
I raise the cocks and hens. The hens fly a widowhood system. It's just a reverse widowhood system, basically.
Yeah.
I'll run through that with you
Yeah.
shortly. But basically, this is my main widowhood section. I know it's not much, but
No.
that box in the corner there was the box last year's combine winner race too.
Yeah.
And the advantage I find is they're very, very quiet through the week.
Yeah.
They're never disturbed by anything.
No, a very important point is that you never take the nest out. The original
For
nest.
me, I think so. I think that's probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Pigeon I call Charlie's Angel. She's actually the first combine winner of '92 from Lilla's 349 mile. I believe that day there was 18,900 birds competing.
Yes.
She's probably, well, she's 80-90% bush out. But again, I don't go on strain names too much, but her sire I had on loan from a friend of mine, and he was bred from a pair of direct bush outs from Arthur Wilkinson of Toftail, and he won the section twice. He won Folkestone, which is the race previous to Lilla's, and he's left a lot of good pigeons, and she's through those.
What system was she
the
raised
sire,
on?
sorry, the grand sire. Her sire was a homebred pigeon. He's the best cock I've ever had, but that's the line. The dark ones are through the bush outside, and they've been very good pigeons.
What system was she raised on, Brian?
She was racing at the time on I'll not say a roundabout because it wasn't, it's modified a bit. It was kind of a reverse widowhood, if you like. Basically, the cocks don't go that these hens that are raced to. They're kept out the way, and the hens are kept in a section with V perches, which I can show you. And for about 6-7 weeks, they do quite well. That day I clocked three. There was 3 hens, 3 Erling hens, flying widowhood, and I was first, third, and fifth club, and I think I'm right in saying I was first 135th and 250th combined with the 3 of them that day. Right, Keith, this is the end where the widowhood hens are kept through the week. It doesn't look much, but it serves its purpose. Basically, we've got a sliding door which leads into the section where the boxes are, and after exercise, they'll go through where you're standing now. They'll go out from there, and from exercise, I'll trap them into the main section where the boxes are, and they quickly push through where there's a feeding tray for them. As you can see, all it is a V-perch section, but I find these are very important because once they're perched, they're not looking at each other.
And
Otherwise, they'll start to pair
tend
up.
not to pair out, yeah. It's a
That's
good
right.
idea, actually.
Well, I've also got a board which I fit on the front, and it puts it semi-dark. So for
Keeps
me, I
them
find
quiet.
that's ideal. That's what the older bagger board is. But basically, this is it.
These are your babies in, Brian. How much you breed each season?
Usually 40 to 50, Keith. I'm only looking for about 9 cocks, probably the same hens. The last year or two, I haven't been able to raise the hens for different reasons, but these I'll just fly to the perch. If any of them start driving hard, then I will put a pan in, because you don't want the cocks pulling themselves down week after week. but they don't rear. They'll not rear any youngsters, and they'll get trained pretty hard from all points of the compass until they fall to bits. And hopefully by then they've had about 4 races up to 150, 170 mile, and then I'll stop them. Yeah, Keith, this is just another example of a hen that's raced well for reverse widowhood. She's actually a direct daughter of the first combine winner, Charlie's Angel, though the sire's its first cross to Clark Janssen. She's been a good pigeon. She's finished now. I'll finish her this year, but I believe right in saying she's been in the first 8 of the Federation, the first 20 of the Federation on 8 times, and that's up to 4,000 pigeons. Although she's never actually won it, she's been pipped 2 or 3 times, but that's the line I'm looking for, the small to medium, and for me, you know, they'll do the job and they'll go through the lillers.
Yeah, to my mind, Brian, are ideal size. I love them type of pigeons. Perfect pigeon is.
Yeah, well, it's whatever, it's just what you like, and it's your own personal preference, but I find they're very, very easy to condition.
We're in the stock loft now, Brian. How many pairs of stock birds do you keep?
Well, as you can see, this is basically it. I breed from 4 pair.
Yeah.
Some of the other pairs are sitters. Well, hopefully I'll have a few more pair this year. I've stopped some of the races, and basically I breed round them. Don't worry too much about strain names. The majority of the first cross pigeons have been the best races, so
yeah.
I'll go off type. I like go off type, Keith.
Yeah. When do you pair them up?
Again, it varies, it depends. Usually the first week in February, although this year I was a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I wanted another round of youngsters off them because I was short and the old pigeons would stop in some of the older races. So, but generally about the first week in February, I'll take 3 rounds, 4 rounds. It doesn't seem much, but I don't keep a lot, so
Nah.
you know, hopefully I'll find, like I say, 9 or 10 from them. Yeah.
Anyway, Brian, thanks very much for showing you 2 combine winners today. It's been a great honour, and I think your pigeons are credit to you.
Thanks very much, Cliff. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.